Hi, ladies, in the beautiful The Awakened Woman Revolution. How are you doing? I'm here answering a question that I thought was most relevant for me to jump on in and give a quick video share versus just writing a response. So, fairly recently inside the group, I actually posted another answer to a video question to Pavi Partsy, who is one of my clients in the Awakened Woman program. And Pavi had originally asked, what does it mean to feel supported? And I answered that in a video down below. You can scroll through to that, and I'll probably link it back to this one after I'm finished. But then Rachel McIntyre has actually asked for another question of she's asked to actually qualify, how do you become your own support system? And I thought, well, this is a really good question that I get a lot. And I actually address inside the Awakened Woman program, but I thought I'd give you a little snippet of what that looks, sounds, and feels like, and give you some steps so that you can take action doing that for yourself. Because I know it's quite common that many of us have had experiences growing up when we were younger, not necessarily feeling like we had the support that we truly deserved, let alone desired, and to not necessarily have the experience or the modeling aspect of it to know how to create support for self and understand how to move forward with that in healthy ways within our life and business, and how that experience is expressed and manifest. And if you don't feel like you're supported, that really becomes quite a thorn in the foot, so to speak. It becomes a really big, difficult barrier between you and what you want to create and bring into your life, because it will just always be this persistent sense of lack of faith in self, a lack of feeling like you're worthy or deserving of moving forward until you do these steps to move forward. So what a lack of feeling support, of being your own support system, will look like is actually giving up on what is important to you and not necessarily being connected to that, not even knowing what your core priorities or your core values are, and saying yes, 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 yes to a lot of people, being the people-pleasing strategy, really supporting everyone else and being that caregiver, but at the cost of yourself, really not really taking care of your own needs and connecting with those core values as well. Does that make sense? So that's how that can particularly manifest there as well. And typically what shows up is that there's this really high sense of self-criticism and judgment as well around it, really connected with treating other people with a lot of care and availability, but not necessarily treating yourself with that same love and compassion. So the first step is to become your own best friend. If you really want to become your own support system, you need to start really, treating yourself with the love and compassion that you would another person, and to really show up and really see, hear, and feel what's going on for you. Now, that's a bit of a scary thing for a lot of people, because they haven't also been taught the skills, the tools, the techniques, or even blatant permission to actually experience the energy and connect with that and know what to do with it in order to move through it and regulate it and to express it in a healthy format that allows you to feel good. So you know how to do this already though, right? So you know how to do it with somebody who you care for. Just start allowing yourself to practice that self-care for yourself and becoming your own best friend. So that's step number one. Step number two is to honor your needs. And so making sure that you focus on yourself, not in a selfish way, but just in a way where you're not trying to control others or overgive to others in order to meet your needs and validate your needs. That when you are giving to other people, it's coming from a authentic abundance and overflow of what's already available from within yourself. But you're not taking care of other people's needs at the cost of your own. So you're taking care of them. You're listening to what those needs are, and you're supporting yourself with making sure that they are a priority for you, that they're met as well, but not necessarily in a way where you're demanding any particular person to meet them. You're just simply expressing, this is what I need and I'm going to take care of that. And if there's somebody available that is able to connect with you to help you assist in taking care of that, and it's a mutual experience of joy and feeling good and there's abundance, then that's great. But it's making sure that you are having your needs met as well. So number three is to seek out a community of like-minded people who align with the value of self-care and self-love and the key values in your own life as well, making sure that, let's say you value, maybe you value building a business, or maybe some art, expressing yourself in some form of art or photography or traditional art or drawing or whatever it is. Maybe it's more in family or some other form of leadership that you're connected with. You want to make sure that you're seeking out a community of like-minded people who are going to support you in what you value, so you have those needs met in the stream of life, in the stream of abundance, with other people that are going to be delighted and excited with you, rather than pulling against what it is that you value. And number 4 is become a witness to your thoughts. So this is a really interesting one, because a lot of people believe that their thoughts are who they are. And really, we're just big receptor towers. We're literally connecting to all the thoughts that are like in the frequencies that are available. Some of those thoughts can originate from within us, but often a lot of the thoughts are actually literally across the network of universal bandwidth. And if we're tuning into the frequency, because maybe we're on a lower density thoughts, like we're not necessarily feeling they're more heavy thoughts, we'll tune into those heavy thoughts and we'll pick up those on other people. Or if we tune our frequency into a higher vibrational state of being, we'll tune into those frequencies as well. And those thoughts we tend to want more of, right? Because they fill us up with energy. But the energy of lower frequencies tend to be energy vampire-ish and pull away from us, or they come in and we just feel yuck. So really, it's about making sure that you're witness to your thoughts, so you can put some healthy boundaries around that, and witness to the thoughts that you're experiencing, so you can decide, are these my thoughts or are they somebody else's? And that way you're not a slave to them. You're actually harnessing those thoughts. I call it harnessing the bucking bronco and taming the beast of the brain. So it's about practicing and mastering those skills for your own emotional regulation and your emotional intelligence by basically harnessing the energy of your thoughts. A 5th step, this one's a really useful one. Let's say you're in a bit of a funk, or you're not feeling very supportive with yourself because you're in judgment, or you're feeling like you're not supported by the universe even, right? And you're going into that thinking zone, right? So it requires you to be aware of step 4, so you're becoming a witness of your thoughts. And then what you can do is go, okay, you know what? This isn't serving me particularly well. I'm not supporting myself with the language that I'm using with myself, with what I'm saying to myself, or telling myself, or maybe I don't feel like I'm getting the support that I need from other people that I would really love to experience. And so then you can sort of let yourself down again with that own self-support, right? Oh, I'm not worthy of somebody else, so I'm not going to give it to myself. So here's step 5, is to do a pattern interrupt. And it literally means remove yourself from that environment internally in your mind, or physically remove yourself so you can disrupt that pattern. If you remove yourself from an environment, let's say you're at work and you're going through an experience, you don't feel supportive, you're not supporting yourself, you can literally walk out into the kitchenette or the kitchen and go get yourself a cup of coffee or a glass of water, or take yourself outside for 5-10 minutes, get some sunshine, and pattern interrupt that. You can do it at home as well. Let's say you've got kids that they're pulling at your energy left, right, and center, and you probably you're just overwhelmed with trying to manage your own emotional energy, right? And you're probably not feeling very supportive with yourself. You want to blow your lid. So I've had this experience with my nearly 3-year-old, right? And I'll be just like, okay, I'm just going to walk out and get a cup of water, and then I'm going to come back. So I'm supporting myself to make sure that I'm getting what I need to have that break in energy. And that's something that you can do too. Like, so you can master your energy and take that step back and support yourself with what you need. Take a breath. Maybe have something like water to pattern interrupt, and just reframe those thoughts so that you can support yourself in a more empowering way. And here's the number 6, which is really important. You got to do what sparks joy for you. If you are not taking care of those needs, loops back around. If you're not taking care of your needs and really sparking the joy for you and energizing yourself, being in spirit and being lit up, being excited about life, being curious and awe and wonder about trying new things, then it's a pretty dull and boring place, right? And the inner child within us wants to kick up and resist and not be part of it. Now, imagine if some of you have kids, but imagine you have a small child and you never let that child play, that child's not going to feel very supported. Well, our own inner child feels that way too. So we need to be able to be in a playful state. By the way, when you're in a playful state, igniting joy with yourself, you are allowing yourself to be in that full flow of feminine energy, being creative and receptive and attractive and playful. So you want to be in that place, in that state of being, doing things that light you up with joy. And making sure that you're moving along the pathway of literally creating your entire life as a joyful journey, so you never have to have a vacation from it. It's a pretty cool way of being, right? Because that way you're in that place where you're fully supporting yourself and supporting your needs. So hopefully this has answered your question. If you've got any more questions from this broadcast, then just drop them down below and let me know. And if this was valuable content for you, on a scale of 1 to 10, let me know how valuable it was. I hope you have an amazing day. Let me know how it goes with these steps for you. What are you going to do to support yourself with more joy in your day today? Taking care of what is of your needs, what's important for you, that lights you up so that you become a magnetic, attractive, radiant force of light that allows you to not only create your life on your own terms, but creates a space and an ignition, I guess, an igniting factor that allows other people to do it for themselves too. Go forward, have an amazing day or evening wherever you are in the world. Lots of love, light, and manifesting magic.